Welcome again at my paint shop. My name is Martin and this video will be a shorty. I will do a single fade from one side to the other, not at my paint shop, on this giant, and the frame makes me laughing all the time. But I got a warning from my girlfriend not to do this joke, but I have to. This one is a giant Propel, but let's remove the R, and what we got is a giant, I know all Germans are laughing right now because it's a giant Propel, and the Propel in Germany is a booger. I mean these little magic balls coming out of your nose. So let's do a little boogie on this frame. And first step, as every time, the preparation, removing the old color and preparing it for the primer. And if you want to know how to do it, check the video in the corner, the preparation video. I will come back to you with a prepared frame. Yeah, custom painting are not the glorious 5 minutes spraying color on this frame or any parts. It's more like sitting hours or sometimes days in a dusty corner and sanding such parts. I'm back from the hard prep work. The frame is stripped, primered and ready for color. But I know some of you like to do such paint jobs in a DIY style, so I decided to paint also such a small tube DIY to show you how it can be done. I will not paint the frame DIY, I have to paint it professional because it's a client frame. But I like to show you on this small tube how you can do such a paint job with rattle cans. So follow me to the paint rack to choose some colors. At first we need a black base coat. And I will choose a Montana Gold can, and the color code is Shock Black, and I will link you all the stuff I use in the video description if you want to order it yourself. And I have to mention that I'm not sponsored. That's the paint rack in my paint shop, and I will use it also for my client work, and that's the stuff I would choose if I have to. And I use these cans a long time, long before I started YouTube videos, and I have also some old cans with the old Montana logo on. What we also need is a second color, a gold metallic, and I will choose the Montana metallic, and the color code is gold metallic. What you also need is a clear coat, and you have two options: the simple and cheap solution, a 1K clear coat, or a professional solution, a 2K clear coat. If you want to go the cheap way, I recommend some 1K clear coat, such as the Montana varnish or any other clear coat. I will link you some 1K clear coat in the video description if you want to choose this one. But the durability is not so good and it's not fuel resistant. So if you want to paint a motorcycle tank or something where you put fuel or oil in it, I recommend to use a 2K system such as the Spray Max. That's a clear coat with harder in. There's harder underneath the clear coat, and a valve underneath the can and the little red cap, so you can push the valve with the cap into the can and the harder mixes with the clear coat, and you have a high professional clear coat system like a professional painter would use in a spray gun. And you have 84 hours time to spray this clear coat. That facepalm, what this guy said is bullshit. It's not 84 hours, it's 48 hours. When you mix the harder and the clear coat in the can, you have 48 hours time to spray the clear coat. That's good for 2 to 3 steps with a delay in it, with some drying and sanding in between. So I recommend this one if you want to go professional. So let's start to paint the frame and also the little tube with the DIY cans. Let's start with the DIY and the little tube. At first I have to degrease it, and then I have to spray black. It looks black, but it's only the primer. It's not a real black, it's only 80% black. And if you want to have a real deep black, use a black color. And I highly recommend to wear a spray mask, but I can't wear it because I have the mic on, but I will put it on later. So use this mask when you spray such color or any other lacquer. And then do a fade up and down around the tube. And that's it, the first color is on. And next I will paint the frame and I will give it a big shot of deep black base coat. Let's go ahead with this little cutie. And the next step will be the masking. We need a logo on the tube as the masking for the next color. And I prepared a little sticker. It's a normal vinyl tape, a giant logo. And I got asked so often, where can I get these stickers? And I say every time, use eBay, use Amazon, use online shops. So let's check if we can find such a giant sticker. I use eBay and I type in giant sticker, and we have hundreds of these stickers. So buy one of your choice, and all these stickers are vinyl stickers, so all work well for your painting project, and it's up to you what you want to buy. So I will mask this tube with this little sticker, and then I will change to the paint booth to apply the gold metallic. I know some of you have problems to find a transfer tape, so I will use a normal masking tape you can find in the hardware store near the paint supplies, or I'll link you also some in the description. And you can use also this masking tape to transfer your logos. Use some stripes with a little overlap. Seems that I'm an idiot and I'm not able to stick this masking tape on my sticker. So I have to take a new sheet. So do a little overlap. Turn it around, remove the back paper, and then you can stick your sticker on your frame. Or the tube if you have no frame. Whatever you have. I have only such a little tube. Now remove the masking tape and you are done. The color of the sticker doesn't matter, it's only a mask, and we will remove it after I've sprayed on the gold metallic. So simple and easy. Don't forget to clean the frame or the tube after you have sticked on the stickers when you touch it with your bare fingers, or wear rubber gloves. But it's a nightmare to stick on stickers with such rubber gloves. Believe me, I have done it very often. So I will clean the tube and stick on the stickers with my bare hands. Now that's it. You shake the can and then start at the top section. And don't forget to wear a mask. I can't, I have to talk to you, but you have to wear a mask. If your color is wet, only light coatings, not too much color. And it begins to dry when it turns flat or matte. I don't know what the right word is. And when it turns matte, you can lay more color on it. So do it dusty as I does it. Only a little bit of this color, not too much. I have to take a mask, it's too dusty, and I will come back in a minute. If you have to spray a tube, turn around the tube, don't turn the tube. Yeah, it's a little bit like riding a carousel. Turn 10 times, turn 20 times, and do only dusty coatings on this tube. I'm back from the booth, and when all went well, your tube or frame should look like this, a nice and even fade, and the logo should be inside the golden area and the fade should end in the middle of the tube. And when you have this, you can remove the sticker. And I will use such a knife, and I have to peel off all these little stickers. Be careful and don't scratch the color you have applied on your tube or on your frame. And take your time, and your finish will be perfect. First letter, and I have to remove some more. And that is what it looks like after I've removed one sticker. I have two more, and don't know how much you have, but it should look like this. Let's go ahead with the frame in the same way we did the DIY tube. I have to cut some logos to stick them as a mask on the frame. The giant logo for the down tube, also the Propel logo. And when I've cut all these logos, I can change again to the paint booth and spray the golden color. That is the down tube logo. And I have also the Propel and the Giant. That one is for the head tube and that one for the top tube. So let's stick on some logos on the frame. Ignore all that stuff. It's for another video. You can find it also on my channel. But in this video, I have to do the Propel, and I have to stick the Propel logo on the top tube, Giants on the down tube, and then I like to change to the paint booth for the golden color. It's a really basic and simple paint job. I loaded the golden color in my gun. I will start with the fork and then I will do the fade on the frame. Look at the golden color, isn't it nice? Last step is to remove the decals or the stickers, and then frame is ready for some clear coat. And that's a simple and easy effect, such a fade. You can mask such a logo, spray the fade, and it's 2 in 1, spraying a logo and spraying also a base color or an effect color on this frame. And I've seen a lot of these fade paint jobs during the last month. It's kind of trendy to write such a frame. And the only difficulty is to match the fork with the frame. It has to be the same color. Yeah, and that's it. Frame is ready for clear coat. I have to remove the rest of the decals. And when I'm done, I will give it a big shot of clear. The last and most important step is the clear coat to save all the artwork like your DIY tube or this frame. And I will start with the DIY paint job, and I will use the Montana varnish for a protective clear coat. I will do it in separate layers, one layer with a delay of 10 minutes, second layer and maybe a third one. The frame is done and it's looking pretty good, but I like to show you how you can improve the quality of your DIY paint job. Sometimes you have these little gaps in between the colors and your finish is not perfect after the first application of the clear coat, so you can do a light sanding. I recommend a wet sanding to remove these gaps in between the colors. And after the sanding process, you can apply another layer of clear coat. I will choose the 2K for a high quality finish, and I like to show you how you can apply also a rattle can 2K clear coat. But at first I have to sand this tube, and when I'm done we will change to the paint booth, and I like to show you the application of the clear coat. The first clear coat on this DIY tube was a 1K clear coat, but now let's go a bit more professional, and what I have here is a professional 2K clear coat system in a spray can, the Spray Max, and that's like the same stuff I use for my professional paint jobs and my spray guns. It's a spray can with clear coat and also with harder in it. You have this little red cap, you can push a valve into the can and the harder will mix with the clear coat, so you get a professional clear coat you can use for 48 hours, and that's enough for 2 to 3 shots with drying and sanding in between, so let's give this a try. Use this little red cap, turn the can upside down and push the valve into the can using this little red cap. Wait some seconds and then shake the can. Don't forget to wear a spray mask when you apply color, and then you are ready to paint your bike in a professional way. I will wait 10 to 15 minutes, and after the first shot I will give it a second one and maybe a third one with a delay of 10 to 15 minutes in between every shot. And that's it. The giant Propel is painted. The fade paint job is on. Also on the test tube for the DIY paint job, if you want to do such a fade paint job yourself at home, professional with the 2K clear coat as I showed you. And that's all I can tell you about fade paint jobs. But it seems that they are very popular because I have to do some more, and in one of my next videos I will do also a candy fade paint job. Check also Instagram and Facebook for my daily stuff, and don't forget to send me pictures of your bike if you want to participate in the first episode of Rate My Bike I will launch end of January on my channel. So Instagram and Facebook, send me pictures of your bike if you want to. That's all. See you and goodbye.